going to do.
Good morning! Oh my gosh. It is a beautiful, beautiful happy Pi day today, isn't it? Well, I am very excited, but where am I? I am missing. Well, that's because today is my debut. So, first of all, happy Pi Day, everybody, March 14th. If you're American, then you write it 314. If you're not American, then you spell it, you put it in a different way. So, let us go ahead and get started. I will be presenting myself. Feet first. I am actually off screen right now. So, let us go ahead and see what we got. And, oh my gosh, let's see. Thank you so much for following. Let me change my mode real quick so I can actually see a little better. Yeah, welcome to the set. So, I'll be explaining exactly my little conundrums, whatever I call myself right now, just a second. Yes. So, happy Pi Day, everybody. I'm so happy you guys are here today. So, let me go ahead and start with, feet. Everybody loves feet, right? So I'm gonna start top down, you know, where we stop with the little toes, little grippers. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Are they exposed? Are they not? Oh, you got a little something there, huh? Actually, I'm sorry guys, but I wear shoes. Boots to be exact. But hold on there. What's going on with my shoelaces there? That looks a little weird, huh? Well, actually, these are just how I tie my shoes. Believe it or not, this is this is so ridiculous. This is a knot, guys. It's a very particular kind of knot, but it's a knot, like a knot theory. So, if any knot theorists out there, you know, protein folding peoples or anything, like, you know, you just happen to study it, it's a very niche field, and yes, I get to step all over the place. I get to step on you, chat. You know? So don't mess with me, otherwise you'll get the toes. So yeah, that's how I tie my shoes, but it's a very particular kind of knot. I will explain more about what that is in just a second. Now, let me go ahead and bring down a little bit more. Oh, okay. I have pants, of course, you know, because a well-dressed man doesn't just go around exposing his skin like that, so I'm quite well dressed up. So, but that little red thing back there, that's just a part of something a little better. So let's go ahead and look up a little bit more. Oh, we got a color split here. So one side is going to be red, the other side is going to be blue. So this is actually called a tailcoat, I believe. I'll explain a bit more of this design in just a second, but let's take a look, you know? Let's look past the crotch, okay? Let's take a look here. I have hands, believe it or not, and I have rings. Now, believe it or not, the detail on the rings, it's an algebra ring. Like, you know, close down the set, it's got, you know, the properties of addition, commutativity, and all that stuff. Yeah, I know, I have hands, I would hope so. Otherwise, how would I be able to, like, write on my chalkboard, you know? So, let me bring that back over here, but I have two rings. This one is just because it looks cool. I am not married. Yeah, I got the yaoi hands. I did want my fingernails to be a little shorter than that, because my real life hands are actually a lot shorter. My fingernails are a lot shorter than that. But look over here. We have the next main feature. I have a little infinity symbol on my belt, because I have one main feature about myself. I am a Fractal VTuber, as opposed to just a simple male VTuber or like MathVtuber. I am a Fractal. Now that involves the ideas of infinity, and that's what brings me up to my next thing right here. I have my namesake, Aleph 𝖈𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘, because Mew, like a cat. I know other parts of the world, they pronounce this character as Moo. So for now, I will just accept myself as 𝖈𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘 because that's how we say it in the States. So, and take a look at my mouth. I am talking. So what's so cool about my tailcoat right here? You notice these little like gripplings going on right here, right? Don't want to spoil too much, but this black detailing is actually going to be fractal themed as well in just a second. Yeah. I would be mewing if I could. Oh, I should have done that. Man, that would have been so good. But maybe in the future. Oh my gosh. So many ideas already. Yeah. Also, I can pog. So let's go ahead and bring down my face. And bring everything out. So I have a few more features right here. I have my face is covered in math. Of course it is. Describing anything math related is actually very hard. So you have to throw as many math symbols as possible to make anything make sense, right? Right? Otherwise nobody will know that I'm a math guy. Of course. Actually, one main feature though is my little cowlick right there. My little 𝖈𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖙𝖘, I think it's pronounced. So it's who can say what that is? I mean, this is very obvious, guys. You should probably know what that is. What shape is it? What shape is it? What is it? What could it possibly be? So, it is in fact a golden ratio on my head, on my little cowlick. So, it is a steel ball run reference if you want to go that far. It's gonna come out, and I am gonna make a video about that. I really want to talk about the golden ratio. Can I talk about the golden ratio real quick? The golden ratio is so cool. It is okay. I know today's pi day and everything, but it is in fact one of the more cool numbers there are. So pi gets all the attention. It's very, very fine and all that. But there is no golden ratio day. Because the next few digits, it would start in January, but there is no, other than the 6th, there is no day that goes into the 60s. So that's why we don't have a golden ratio day. So I will talk about that a bit more in the future, specifically for Steel Ball Run, because I am a JoJo fan. I absolutely love JoJo. If I had a stand, I wonder, what if I had a stand right now, what would it be? It's gotta be the name of some sort of like band that happens to be just like science related. Probably. It's gotta be, right? I really wonder. So, let me go ahead and bring out a bit more features right here. So, I do have toggles. I do have some toggles, guys. So, I am gonna be presenting, I am gonna be doing edutainment content. So I may not take myself too seriously all the time, but I am going to want to talk about some cool stuff. And to do that, I need to be presenting. And I need to present very well. So to do that, I have a toggle where I can, if I can do it right. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So I'm able to, you know, point on the chalkboard. I'm gonna be like, hey guys. Did you know? Point, right? So I do have that toggle. It's very nice, so I can have that up and talk about some cool stuff. I do have a second one. I get to, you know, gesture. I get to have my hand out and say, hey guys, math. Math is pretty cool. Math, if I had it in the palm of my hand, I would throw it at you guys because it is the coolest thing ever. I would literally chuck it at you guys. What is this analogy? If I could throw the ball, I would have to calculate the area of it, and then I can chuck it at you guys. The volume, if you will. I'm sorry. Of course, that all makes sense, right? So I do have some more emotes. I do have. Let me see. I do have emotions, guys. I get to do more things than just that. So, some of the things I get to do, I get to be... Wait a second. What emotions do I have? Am I allowed to express myself? Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting my toggles. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I knew my stuff, but I don't. Gosh, I'm so I get to get mad. I'm very mad. You ever just work on something and you really just don't understand what's going on? That's me with like documentation with coding. I swear to you guys, I do not understand coding. I have a background, a very extensive background, and that's me just like debugging stuff. And now AI is taking over the world. So now I just get to listen to people talking about how they vibe coding while I learned it the hard way. And out of pride, I will not do it. I will not do it. I will suffer silently and take that, AI. Because I get to... I'm just kidding. I rely on it very much, so... as much as I can. How did I organize this entire thing? You think I have friends? No. I was talking to my only friend, who gave me the right answers. But no, I do like to do things rigorously and by myself as much as I can. So, I do get to angry sometimes, but not as often as you think, because I am a very level-headed guy. Now, I'm sorry. I just wanted to go back a bit and just talk about my... I'm surprised you guys are here. I really didn't expect anything from you guys. I thought this is gonna be a bit slow, and I'm actually incredibly happy, guys. I had like the shakes before starting today. I was so stressed about this, and I'm so happy there is a lot going on right now, and you guys will not be disappointed. I swear to you, you guys will not. I do have one last emotion. You guys will never believe it. I get to be happy. I just that happiness, happy, and gonna be happy around. You know, today's a good day. Happy Pi Day. Happy Pi Day, everybody. I hope you guys either eat pie. I will not, because I will be doing this today. I'm just gonna be stressed out, doing my thing, and doing some problems. So yeah. So maybe, yeah, it's a bit hard. In this economy, why do you think I'm doing this in the first place? Do you think I would actually find a job in math? Do you have any idea how hard it's been to do anything math related as a career without leaning into education and teaching? I mean, I'm resorting to that in a roundabout way, but it's fine because it's anime. That's why it's fine. So hopefully this is gonna be a good outlet for me. I do have a presentation for us today. Okay, I worked on it last night, you know, for a few days, but of course I have to, like any good students, finish it all last minute. So I was up till like 3 AM last night, getting it all done, and I only had a few hours of sleep. So let's get cracking. So I'm gonna switch on over here real quick, and we're gonna do our presentation. So, where am I at? Let's see. Oh, and I do want to keep the music too. So let's bring that back up a bit. Okay, let's get a little quiet. So I do have a presentation, guys. This is actually typed in LaTeX, because of course it has to be in LaTeX. That proves that I'm a scientist. I've done some stuff before, and typing math is actually one of the most fun things ever. So, however, compiling this thing is actually like one of the hardest things ever, because Overleaf doesn't like when you use lots of like big pictures. So we'll just see what we do. So let's go ahead and get started with our my debut, my presentation. You guys will get to learn more about me. So, who exactly am I? What is this whole thing? Why are you guys here? How are you guys here? I really don't know, actually. This is interesting. So, my name is Aleph 𝖈𝖆𝖕. I would like it to be spelt this way because that is often used in cardinal sets. So, Aleph itself is a level of infinity. It is the concept of the largest infinities. I'm sorry, it is the concept of an infinity, and the subscript. So the subscript tells you how big that infinity is. So the first level of Aleph is actually Aleph null, right? Oh, how'd you spell that? how did you spell that? I've been trying to figure that out myself. What the heck? Thank you. It's so cool. Hello. So yeah, Aleph is Aleph-null is the one most people refer to as the countable set. So Aleph-null is the counting number, so that's be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to infinity, of course. But it is a countable infinity. And believe it or not, there are more infinities of the same. They are in fact still countable. So let's say like fractions, for example. You would think fractions, because they get so, I can change the numbers on the top and the bottom. So let's say 1/2, and 1/3, and 1/4, and 1/5, and 1/6, and 1/7. That's one direction. I'm just changing the denominator. But let's say the number on the top, the numerator, I could do 1/2, 2/2, 3/2, 4/2, 5/2, and keep going. 1/2, 2/2, 3/2, 4/2, 5/2. Keep going. There is a way to arrange the set, the sequence, so that it is also countable. You can count your fractions in an order that makes sense. That is actually Cantor's diagonalization method. That is actually one of the cool things. So fractions are still in the same set of infinity. And there would be 1 next, Aleph-1. That is real numbers. And then Aleph-2, and then Aleph-3. So that's why I would want to call myself Aleph-mu, because mu is a funny name, and mu is often used in measure theory. Hello, Toxic Voids. Nice to have you. Join the set. I appreciate you following. So anyways, I'm yapping too much about Aleph. I'm not the best at explaining it. So what did I do? Who am I? What's my credibility here? So I studied mathematics, pure math, more or less. I focused on that throughout my undergraduate. All these ones are my undergraduate, so at some point I'll be going back to my master's or PhD at some point. So I started in mathematics because I actually didn't want to do music when I was in school. I failed my music audition, so that's why I did something easier, which was just math. If that makes sense to you guys. Yeah, math is easier to me. Like, unbelievably easy. Like, I don't know why. It just clicks in my head. So, at some point, I got a little too eager in college, and I was like, hey, what if I added computer science? Because, it's the modern day, and AI is going to take over and all that stuff. So, I have to learn how to code. Boy, that really, that really proved worthwhile, How valuable is a computer science degree in the modern day, huh? So anyways, I did study math and computer science. And lastly, I studied physics. Physics is just a little bit extra bit. It's fun. So I got some context about some cool things. I have tons of intern experience that I can describe right there. I am also a 3D artist. A 3D artist. I use Blender a lot. Blender is pretty neat because it's just an extension of actual, I took a computer graphics class, and at some point all the math just made sense. Guys, I'm telling you, the math just makes sense. It's so cool. So I get to show you guys something cool today. We're gonna be talking about a bit of, I'm gonna do a presentation live in Blender, and we're gonna make it up as we go. So the idea is I'm gonna be doing edutainment content. I more or less will just be doing stuff for fun. Yeah, and Hassan! Oh, hey, dude! How you doing? Thanks for joining the set. You're now an element in the set. Congratulations. It will become more valuable since AI slop is making a lot of coding errors. I know! So, even though I know how to code, I'm in a field, everybody else is dealing with people that are just using AI stuff. So, they don't quite get it as much either. And I tried AI, vibe coding. It's difficult for me because I want to know how it makes sense, how it works. Even in a general sense, I just want to know, how come it doesn't work right? I would hope so. If any jobs are taking any junior developers, I would probably want to be a senior dev at some point. Gosh, it's almost like the market's bad. Man. What a time. Next. So, I have some likes. I have some interests. I like math. And that's probably the whole point of me doing everything right here. So, math is probably my biggest thing. I happen to like it a lot. Logically, it makes sense. I love proofs. I also like meeting new people. So I've been talking to people behind the scenes. I've been meeting lots of other science VTubers. They're very fascinating, and you know, I just wanted to join the field. I've noticed though there aren't a lot of math VTubers. So it is interesting to be like, how do you make math cool? How do you make math interesting? It's in fact very hard. Especially when people's first introduction to math, they always say, "Oh, I would say, oh, I like math," and then they would say, "Oh, math, I hate math." You know, I don't know how you do it. I hate math. I literally don't understand it. I'm too dumb. I don't understand math, and I don't know how you understand it. It's like, how do you communicate nicely? How do you say nicely to them that that's a very, very not nice thing to say about someone's interests? You know, especially, I mean, I guess it makes sense because everybody's introduced to math at some level. Everyone can do it at some point. So it is pretty hard to like describe how, you know, you're good at art or something, you know? Oh, art, I can't do art. By the way, guys, I did not do any of this by myself. I cannot draw to save my life, even though I can do 3D stuff. It is just conceptual. So yeah, other than I like meeting new people. I like yapping, if you didn't get that. This is my outlet. You guys are gonna be my my little listeners, my therapy. I'm just kidding. No, I've been doing pretty good. I do like smart jokes. I do have a really good one right now. It goes like this. What do you call a baby 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘? So you might know 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘. 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖉 like eigenvalue? What do you call a baby 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖏? A lamb, duh. That's right. Good job. It's a lamb, duh. Oh, that's so good. So yeah, I do like smart jokes. If it's got some sort of like wit to it, I do enjoy it. And I do like rhythm games quite a lot. Rhythm games, you can tell, like, it sates me. So, I do have some dislikes. Let's go ahead and talk about those. I hate statistics. I don't know why. I just happen to just not enjoy it. I've taken statistics before. It's yeah, it was a pretty bad joke. I'm sorry, guys. There's plenty more to come, so you're definitely gonna get a lot. Statistics, though, I can't stand. So anybody that talks about statistics, you know, chi-squared, why do they always want a small p-value? You should have a big p-value, shouldn't you? That's what, you know, it's, you know? I also don't like getting hustled. So whenever I do a project with people, it's always very hard to, like, be the one contributing, and I always pick up my pace. You know, I'm always the one contributing, so it's always hard to be, you know, under a flame. I mean, it's good in a work environment to some extent because deadlines and stuff, but you know, when we're doing things together, when we have a, you know, fun project together, especially for fun, it's like, it's not, I don't like that. It's not a fun feeling, and you know, it's just not fun. It stretched you along a singular vector. I know, right? Man, I swear, we'll do better jokes later. I do also hate this feeling. It's called false modesty, or I guess it's called self-depreciation, whichever the case is. Do you ever know somebody that has like great talent and potential, maybe like an artist or something, and then they say, "Oh, my art's bad. You know, I can't do it. You know, it's not as good as some other people." You know, it sounds humbling, but I can't stand that feeling where you're talking to them and you say, "Hey, that's so cool. That's actually one of the coolest things I've ever seen ever." And they're like, "No, it's not. It's bad. I don't like it. It's actually the worst thing ever." And I'm like, I don't know how to talk to you. I've met lots of people like that for some reason, and it's so strange because the world reeks of talent. usually, and we shouldn't be embracing that. Click culture, it kind of ties in with it, probably because you don't want to sound too proud of yourself, you know? Yeah, I guess that's the case. You just don't know how to say thank you, you know? It's hard to accept some compliments and stuff. So, it is kind of nice to get a different perspective. I insist that people should embrace themselves. And it's not out of pride, it's just out of fun, you know? You should be... You do so much. And I don't like boiled eggs. I do not like boiled eggs. I'm sorry. So, why? I'll explain, maybe never. So let's go ahead and cover my character sheet. It is very fantastic. This rendition comes from Nova. He is my main artist and rigger for this entire project. I'm gonna cover him in my credits in just a sec. But this is gonna be my design. So we're still kind of finalizing the character sheet. So once that gets updated, then I'm gonna upload that. And if there will be any fan art or other renditions, I'd be very much I'd be very excited to have you guys you know, just have it out there in the world. I do like my little... I like how simple my design is. It's very nice, you know? I noticed a bunch of other VTube designs, they're super busy. So I was going for something that was very simple, you know, to the point. You can tell what I'm doing, right? It sells everything that I need. It's got my name in it, which is good if people happen to know it. If people don't know it, they're like, what's that about? And you know, it's infinity stuff, you know? I happen to like infinity. So Al, I've been called Al before, that's fine. Aleph, I've gotten called Mew before. Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it? It sells it. So, I do enjoy everything. Thank you, Poisson. So let's talk about me. So I am about 5 feet, 8.9 repeating inches, which is about 5'9". I hope he's actually not here. My artist is not here today because in his time zone it's pretty late for him. So unfortunately he will not. If he pops in, I'll point that out. But unfortunately he's asleep. You know, because we've been working so hard on this project. So but yeah, I am 5 foot, almost 9 inches. I mean exactly 9 inches. 5'9". Sure. That's exactly how it's right. And I am going to be a math edutainer. So I will be hopefully doing some fun stuff with you guys. My birthday, I'm not even lying about this. It is actually Tao Day. What are the odds of that? I actually did not go into it doing anything like that. And once I found out, I was like, okay, this is actually one of the coolest things ever. How do I sell that? Yeah, let me cover my my Oshi mark, right? My fan mark. So, I wanted to do an infinity emoji. You know, I wanted to do an infinity sign. But it turns out, Twitter doesn't like that, or X doesn't like it, because it's blue. It's because it's blue, people have used it to mistake themselves or make themselves look like a blue check mark. And that's the only reason why I will not work on Twitter. So it's not just that one. The infinity symbol is behind a blue. It's also the galaxy symbol, and I think a few other like distinctly blue symbols you can't use in your bio or name. So we're gonna have to do the next best thing that sells math, which is an abacus. So an abacus and a cat, because Aleph is math and abacus means math. That's the only emoji that really sells it, other than just numbers or math symbols. So I was not gonna do that. And then Mew. You know? Mew. Mew. Like a cat. Anybody? Probably not. So if we do any art tags, I want it to be under Aleph art. Aleph art sounds funny too, because it sounds like fart. That's the idea. So hopefully Aleph art takes off. I also know that it's been used barely. So used mostly in like, because Aleph is a Hebrew letter, so it is, some Jews have used it, but we can just take that because I only saw like 3 posts with it, so we can take it. And then some clips. We're gonna do Aleph musing because it's got the muse and it's amusing, right? What do you think about that? So hopefully you guys would cover some of these things. The clips would be great. Art would be great. Anything would be very much appreciated. I have no expectation whatsoever. So let's just see what goes on from here. Let me see. I do have one more thing. I want to cover my goals. So the whole point of this project, I have some ideas. What got me into VTubing? I enjoy it a lot, so I want to try to get a 3D model. I do 3D animation, I do 3D art. I wanted to get a 3D model so I can make myself do some funny stuff. Hopefully. I do want to get sponsored at some point with something. You know how people get like those brilliant sponsorships? That'd be kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly how I'd be getting anything, but anything would be better than nothing, because that just means I did something in my life. I do want to make friends. So, doing math in a vacuum is very hard. I'm sure maybe Poisson knows. If you don't have anybody to talk to about math, you start to go crazy. So, it's probably a good idea to, outlet to other people and get them involved in your other math shenanigans, right? So it is absolutely necessary. And the best thing too is that because I'm going to be doing some math stuff, I will want to be, how would I say it? I have to train my brain, because you know what they say about muscles. If you don't train your muscles, then they'll deteriorate. That's how I feel like with math. So I have to practice. I need to train my brain, because clearly everybody knows that the brain is a muscle. So absolutely. I do want to put out a song at some point. I am not the best singer. I don't think I have a good timbre even. I don't know. But I can sing pitch, so that is good. So maybe I'll do a song at some point. I would like to do a cover maybe. And maybe put on a game show. You know how fun it would be, like get people together and have them all doing something that you force them to. Maybe I should say that better. It'd be fun to get some people together, do like a math quiz show. That'd be super fun. Yeah, there you go. Are you smarter than a mathematician? You know, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Kind of stuff. 5th grade questions. You guys know your basic gear ratios. You guys know triangles. You know how to calculate area and volume and stuff like that. We could watch people be bad at it, and that'd be really funny. And then the ultimate goal, though, is to go back to grad school. That is the goal. So I will be wanting to study. I'll be wanting to review a lot of the things I had learned. And because teaching is so good. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Are those subs? I can't accept that. Okay. This entire project, I'm not expecting to make any money whatsoever. So, oh my gosh, thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you guys. Shoot, I gotta come up with rewards for that. You're putting me on the spot. Don't send me money. Don't do anything. Don't do anything like that. This project is supposed to be out of my pocket at my detriment. You guys cannot support me in that way just yet, until I organize it. Then I don't know. I'm just bashful about it. I'm sorry. What did I say about humbleness? Thank you very much. I sincerely thank you so much for that. So yeah, let's go ahead and I want to go back to grad school and maybe journey the process. So let's me go ahead and cover my features, where it comes from. So my tailcoat is actually a Mandelbrot set. Let's back over here. Pen center, please. I appreciate it so much. So if you notice the back of my tailcoat, it's actually a Mandelbrot set. So the whole tailcoat design is supposed to be, it's a fractal. It's pretty nice. So that's where it comes from. That's the idea. I would really want to make this real at some point. If I make a real tailcoat like this, I'll let you guys know, because that'll be actually so cool. Now remember, I did show my knots, my shoes. So they are in fact a tenfold knottiness knot. This specific knot is covered in this article right here. Because knot theory is very strange. It's a very strange field where when you cover all sorts of different knots, you kind of need to keep track of how to describe it. So this comes from Peter Guthrie's on knots from like the 1800s. Back when the field was just starting, more or less, because who studies knots? It's so particular. Oh, that's right, Penn Center, you do the math stuff too, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. You gotta look out for each other, right? Maybe I'll crash your stream at some point, you know? So yeah, that's the idea with my shoelaces. They are in fact knots, because that's how I tie my knots. Next thing, my algebra ring. It is a compressed definition. The real definition of a ring is a lot more, it's a lot more involved. You have to talk about whether it's closed under groups. Poisson, stop. You're giving all of my friends stubs. Oh my goodness. This is way too much early. Okay. Oh, wait, what? A hype train? I just started. Guys, please, let me just get through the stuff real quick. It's too early. It is too early. It's only at my time. It's not even the afternoon yet. I want to do a lot of stuff today. Let's calm down. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much for the support. So the ring, it's a bit compressed, but I had to make it make sense, and it already looks like gibberish anyway. So, it's a ring with addition. It's considered a ring if you can commute the you can associate your terms. A times B plus B times C comes first is the same thing. Sometimes they're not. That doesn't happen in yeah, it's a ring. I mean, I need to emphasize, this is like a ring. It's like, it's the dumbest thing ever. I mean, if I did a field, then the next thing would be like a group. Okay, you know what? I have a joke. I actually do have a joke for this. So, a group of girls walks by. And then a mathematician sees this group of girls, and they say, "Oh, that's a pretty fine group." Please end me. Fine. Alright, I swear this will be my last day. Alright? So yeah, it is a ring. It is as a ring as you can possibly get, so without being too literal. My eye, though. Let me zoom in on my eye a bit. So, my eye is gonna be a very particular design. I was going for a particular part of the fractal on the Mandelbrot set, and this specific one is centered at just about, it's still on like the real number line, so it's no imaginary yet, so it's around like minus 1.57 or so. Is that a significant number? I have no idea. But I mean, it's a pretty cool point. It's got all the jankiness of a fractal, all the pointiness to it, but it also is kind of like a, yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of important. So I thought, why don't I make that and take that and turn it into an eye, you know? In fact, that's what this next slide should show. This is going to be my new banner at some point soon, so it is an eye banner, of course. Hopefully that sells, that it's you know, kind of cool. My hair bits, oh yeah. Let's see, all the little symbols and stuff, right? But yeah, that's going to be my new banner. I'm going to be using that. It's very pretty. So again, simple and clean. It's the way that you're making me feel tonight. Hard to let it go. I am a Kingdom Hearts fan as well, so maybe we'll play some. I do wanna do like maybe a randomizer. It's so cool. So that'd be cool. I do like my eyes, and of course, my little owlet. It's an 𝖊𝖏𝖆𝖑𝖘. You know, it's a golden ratio, guys. I do have a video for this coming up, so it's gonna be pretty cool. And that's about all the main features I really want to talk about. The rest are just, you know, math symbols. You don't really need to... Again, selling math is very hard, so I've seen other people do... Just slap as many things as possible, and you know what? I can't blame them, and I'm one of them, so I'm guilty of that too. So, let's go ahead and talk about fan names. I do want to talk about some cool names. So, I think... oh, no worries, Penn Center. I hope you have a fantastic day at work, okay? I'll be streaming for quite a while, so unless you can drop in again for, I don't know, later on, that'd be kind of cool. But you have a fantastic day. You already done too much. Alright? go earn your money back. I actually called off work today as well because I wanted to make today work out. Oh yeah, I do have a Discord. This is brand new too. Nobody's on it. So let me go ahead and ping the Discord. It should bring it up in the chat right there. So, go ahead and click that and join it. I hope it works. That should be a working link. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to fix it later. So, yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in, guys. But I do want to talk about fan names. And we'll get to vote on this. You guys will choose your own fan name, and looking at one of the other chats, I don't think it's going to be going too much. Very good. Nice, it works. Yes. So we're going to be talking about a fan name. I have a few ideas. Because they're all fractal themed stuff, I want to talk about them as what do you do with fractals, or how do you generate a fractal? So, iterates. Calling you guys iterates is funny because it sounds like another word. It sounds like idiots, but that's not true. Calling you guys iterates is funny. So that's the only reason why I like that. Mano Bros is another one. It's quite on the nose though, and it is also bros. You know, it's not a boys club. But I do want you guys to enjoy it. Bye, Penn Center. You have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for dropping by. You really made my day. It's already great. It's already great, but you made it even better. Thank you so much. Have a good day at work. Don't work too hard. Earn the money that I'm losing today, because should have been working today. So, Mano Bros. I think that's a good name, but, you know, it's a little too on the nose. But it works. It works. It's, spelled right. The Mesh. I'm not sure about that. I just thought it'd be cool because I'd be doing a lot of 3D modeling stuff, and a mesh is good in like topology and stuff. So, referring to the fans as the Mesh is a cool idea. Copycats is a good one, because self-referencing fractals, they're copying themselves, right? And they're copying cats. That's the idea. I'm not sure how you feel about that. I think it's great. And then one last one, serpents. Now, this has a very clear animalistic idea, but I was thinking like Sierpinski triangles. So, and which are also self-similar. Not necessarily a fractal. Well, I guess it is, isn't it? Sierpinski triangle is a fractal. So, those are my 5. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. And the question is going to be, what do you want your fan name to be? Let's see, fan name to be. So we have several responses: the iterates, Mano Bros, the Mesh, Copycats. And then serpents. So, with that, I hope you guys... I'm gonna leave this up for maybe like 3 minutes. Just see what you guys feel about that. So, I came up with those names through some rigor. And I thought it'd be really cool to let you guys choose on some. I didn't want you guys to just pick on one, you know, and I force you guys to use it. So I'm happy some of you guys will actually get to choose the name. I do have a favorite. So I really wish you guys would use the one that I'd like. I think I kind of implied which one it was, but I don't want to just spoil which one I want. Okay, we have a clear majority right now. Let's see. What's going on with my internet? Give me just a second. I'm lagging. Gosh. How's that? Oh, hello. It happens. The scuff is good. Just some jank. And you know what? What I had to do for this process, I have a LAN cable coming all the way from my router, 50 feet away, to try to make this work. Please let it work. I don't want the jank. Please. 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 No. Of course it has to. Jank. Fix it. Please. Is it working? Is it working, please? I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Please. Okay, it's working. Working again. Yeah, it happens. I have a LAN cable. I'm not even lying. I have a LAN cable. 50 feet long, all the way back to my router, because I actually live on the farthest side of my house, and it is honestly, I had to do as much as possible to prepare for today, and sure enough, we got some jank. It's about the charm. It's about the charm, guys. It's the adventure. It's the adventure. All right. Well, look at that. Our time is up, so we will be called the Iterates. The Iterates. Hey, look at that. The timing is just right. So I had enough to give you a scare. So from here henceforth, you guys will be referred to as Iterates. Now, I do not have a mascot idea for it, so we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and decide what to call you. No, how to represent you guys. But it is good. I am happy this worked out. This is actually my favorite. It's also funny because, I mean, Poisson, you have variables, and I couldn't quite use that. So Iterates is pretty good. So let us move on. I do have more to talk about. More or less wrapping things up right now. So, my concept art. Let's go back and give credits, because credits are important. But I do like my artists. So, I started all the way back on Fiverr. Fiverr is not a bad place. It's just how you use it. And one such artist that I got to use, his name is Marcelo. Helped me. Fantastic individual. Yeah, cite my sources. This is it, guys. This whole presentation is in LaTeX, and functionally it is a formal presentation. So he helped me out a lot with the process, or she, I can't tell. But they helped me out a lot. Let's go back and look at my first phase designs. So I just wanted to be a science VTuber. I did not really have an idea, but I did want to somehow get math going. And it's really hard, again, to get math to look cool. So at first I was like, let me get some ideas down for science. So one of these designs, it has like a DNA zipper because you can, you know, split up your DNA and, you know, that's how proteins are made. So that's what the first design has, as well as like hydrogen band, the spectrum of hydrogen colors are part of the designs in some way. The second one was actually really cool. I did really like it, but that's also like cosmic and astrophysics themed, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually lost my love for space. So I was like, maybe. And then it had some organic stuff on it too, and I thought space and organisms don't necessarily mix. So I stuck with the third one because it's the only thing that had anything math related. I do have my little cat there. My little cat. I'll explain what my cat is in just a second. But it's for me. So I stuck with the second design. I was like, hey, let's try to elaborate on the second one. So we did. The second design got elaborated a bit. We got some math on there. So most of the ideas are kind of like finalizing what we wanted, right? Pick and choose. So I wanted to keep the name Aleph Mu on it. I wanted to keep the infinity symbol. I like the rings. And actually that is when I decided, I was like, oh, what if I wanted the golden ratio somewhere, but what if it was just the cowlick? Brilliant, right? So I think that is probably, and it's really good for silhouettes, you know? It is great. Yeah, the growing lab. The cat has a big lab coat on purpose. As it keeps getting bigger and bigger. That should have been a gag on its own, right? Maybe we can make that happen. So the cat actually has a name. It is called 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖙𝑘, or for those of you who have watched 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖕𝖎𝑙𝑘, C2. So I refer to that cat as C2 or CC because that is actually the first cloned cat. Hence the name from 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖕𝖎𝑚. It's because, you know, the 𝖘𝖈𝖎𝑆 kids were all like experiment kids. So that's why. Now it also has another name. CC also can refer to as carbon copy, but since it's not an organic cat, I thought copycat, because copycat is also a good name for it as well. So I stuck with the first iteration of that design for the cat, and then my final name is of course Aleph Mu, and I chose the entire thing. So this is the final character sheet that we got with the math on it. But at some point I chose, maybe I don't want the math on my thing because simpler is easier, right? CC, it's such a good name. It's a good name, you know. I'm gonna destroy that cat. I have so many like video ideas planned where I'm gonna absolutely obliterate the cat. Like, and the running joke is that it's a copycat, and there's another one. There's always another one. So no matter how much I try to get rid of it, it'll just keep coming back. So maybe after this, now that I've have my debut and I get to show my model off, I hyped it up very much. I didn't want to do anything else beforehand. I get to play around with it, and I'll get to make my videos now. Now I do have my logo. It's been on this thing, the presentation this entire time. That was from Mogo's lab. They focus on VTuber logos, and this is also a Fiverr commission. So we talked about the idea, and the logo is a bit busy, but I really like it because it has the name, it has my logo, I'm sorry, it has my characters, and then it has a bunch of math on it, including the golden ratio. So that's fantastic, and the Mandelbrot set. Now, it just looks, it's fun, you know? How do you make math look cool? Make it as busy as possible. So why not? That's totally fine. So that was a very good commission, and it's also animated, and I do have that asset somewhere. But actually, I think I do have it. Look at that's on the side right here. I do have it. Let me hide my presentation real quick. So that is actually the final design after everything. It looks very clean, very pretty. So that is in fact the logo. It's so cool. And hopefully it sticks. So let me go ahead and move that out of the way. So yeah, that is the logo. I got that from 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖙𝑘. Very cool. That was like the first phase. This was months ago. And then I needed to actually put everything together. So, when I started getting my rigging done, maybe I should go in order. Music, I do have a music song for this. That's gonna be my outro song. That was from 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝑘. It was a scab commission, so I was curious as to like, I didn't want to see what the process was, so I threw at them, make anything sound cool that has some like patterns to it. So after today, you guys will hear it, and it's gonna be pretty nice. But yeah, they did a fantastic job. It's fun. It's school themed, so because we're in school again, so it's gonna be nice to just focus on that. And last but not least, my artist, the main art, rigging, all the assets, including the overlays, every single process here, that was from 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘, or Nova. Noah would have been here today, but Nova is in fact sleeping in a different time zone. So yeah, without him, I could not have done nearly anything by myself. And yes, the art is fantastic, the rigging is fantastic, the modeling. Look at how I move, right? It's because of this guy. It's because of this guy, guys. Because of this guy. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? And that's it. That's all I have to say about myself, my little scatterbrain self today. It is gonna be a busy day. And I do happen to have, let's see. Let's go ahead and move on pretty soon. But maybe I can open up some questions. You guys have any questions about how this whole thing came about? How long it took? It took about, let's see. I got fired from my last job. And like any origin story, you have to get fired first to really commit to doing something stupid. So that's how I came about starting things up like that. It was fun to get things like, it was a very slow process, I realized that. But at some point everything just started falling into place. And I think with my skill set and the things that I can talk about, it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, enough about that then. Let's go ahead and do something different right now. I do have a game we can play. It is pretty cool. It is called Replicube. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that game, but this game is pretty neat because you code your model. You have to code the thing that you... So let me go ahead and bring the game stream up. Hopefully it works. It didn't. What happened? It broke. Please? Maybe I have to reload the thing. I think it just might be the case. So let's go ahead and reload it. To do that, how would I do that? Studio mode. Let us try this real quick. I'm gonna reload the scene. Let's see if that works. I tested it and everything. It should work. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. Moon Machine Rex, thank you so much. Mean Machine Rex, excuse me. Yeah. So today we're gonna be playing a game. It is called Replicube. So this game, I'm sure you guys have probably seen ads for this. I don't really know too much about it, but all I know is that you can code and you can make your models. And I think that'd be the best demonstration of like how I roll and what kind of stuff that I do. I know it's such a cool animation, that little stinger. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So we're gonna be playing this game for a bit, and then I'm gonna finish it off today with a bit of Blender, and make a little pie animation, like a pie to eat. I'm sorry, with a we're gonna make a pie today in 3D. But I do want to give this game a shot because I have not played any video games for any amount of time because I don't have anybody to share it with or even anybody to talk about it with. So this is it. You guys get to hear me like try to do something. So the way this game works, you have a grid, and I guess I'll just read it, right? I am not in college, actually. I am, in fact, been outside of college for a few years. That's why I've been losing my mind, and I really want to get back in touch with my math. So, like any good muscle, you gotta be practicing it. So my brain has been dying to be stimulated with math. So, let's see. I did graduate a few years ago. And between that time, it's been very boring. Anything that you can find as a math person is either accounting or teaching. And if you go into research, you're doing something either you don't want to do or you have to be in academia. And I do want to just go back to academia at some point. So, hi 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆. Nice to meet you. Or 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆? 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆. So, yeah, I'm hoping to learn together with you guys. So this is a voxel game. Each of the colors, there's several different colors in here, with a color code. And you get to write each of these codes and try to make the object the same color. And the way you do it is often with code. So you have to like say return and all these things. So I think this is going to be a good test of like my 3D skills, my programming skills, and math, because this is all like conceptual stuff, right? I hope so. So this one, return 5. I think I should probably lock in. I think I'm going to talk too much, trying to explain something that I don't know. So yeah, let's go ahead and lock in then. If my code only returns a single number, how can I possibly make complex objects? Yeah, actually, I don't know. I haven't gone past this tutorial screen, by the way. Your code is not only run one time, actually your code is run separately for every voxel. In this example, also let me know if the music is a little too funny. I guess I can change it. I did not create this. This is not my game. This game comes from somebody else, and it's available on Steam. This wasn't too much, I think a few bucks. But I did see this advert for like a while, and I've been meaning to try it out. So, I wish I did make this game. I'm guessing this is in Godot. So, I do have some game development experience. So I suppose I can always make a game. And with my 3D skills, I guess I can do it kind of fast. Oh, I did not make mine. I did not make this art. My artist helped me with it. I created my art as Nova, Dua Novaverse. He was my friend that helped me with it. So yeah, as much as I wanted it to make it myself, the process took a lot longer. So it's so cool. Yeah, no worries, Wasan. You have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming. And dude, thank you for the subs. Like, honestly, we'll stay in touch. Okay, I'm gonna look at your DMs. Okay, look at your DMs. But real quick, before you leave, take a look at this coordinate system. Notice something strange about this coordinate system. I do have a Discord. If you guys have been wanting to join the Discord, just ping Discord, and it should pop up with the link for it. This coordinate system, take a look at that. It is not a very good coordinate system. It is what kind of orientation? If X is red, the Y is green, and the Z is blue. It is not a right-handed coordinate system. It is actually a left-handed coordinate system. And this is how it's properly supposed to be. Z sideways is actually proper, at least in some graphics engines. So the computer graphics class I did take, this one is actually correct. OpenGL uses left-handed coordinate systems. I do have a meme. One thing I can share real quick. Let's see. So this image, I found it not too long ago. There was a bit debate on it on Twitter, and for some reason people were dying left and right about like this coordinate system, and like a little too much so. It's like super aggressive. So take a look at this. Which do you think is proper? Yeah, I will die on this hill. I think neither one is bad at all. Left-handed coordinate systems are allowed to exist. Okay? So the first one you'll see, it's left-handed on the top. The second one you'll see, it's right-handed. With Z up. This one's even worse because this one is Z Z out, I guess. But they're allowed to exist. So why actually is a very good reason. Why do we have different coordinate systems to begin with? So my suggestion, my idea, probably was, I'm actually not Japanese. I'm not even Asian. I may like math, but I'm one of the weird ones where I happen to be not Asian. Strange, isn't it? Why I have a hypothesis as to why different coordinate systems exist. So not just because like spherical or but like the handedness. I think it's because imagine you were like drawing graphics on your, let's say like a Commodore or something like an old computer. The way it works is that you had your left and right as X and up and down as Y. So once they started developing 3D packages, I think it was easiest to keep X and Y the same orientation. I think that's probably why. And so all they had to do was say, hey guys, we're going to extend another dimension. So graphically and mathematically, it should be easy for you guys to implement. So when they had Z going into or out of the screen, it was easy to program. That's probably how, I mean, I don't know, but that's probably how like the earliest like graphics packages came about to be in that coordinate system. Oh yeah, no, I do have that name spelled out for a reason. It is traditional. I believe that's a very VTube thing to do. So I think for the coordinate system, I think that's how we ended up with different. That's how it ends up becoming a left-handed coordinate system. Is because X and Y were the coordinates on the screen, and then through and backwards, no way about it, it was going to be left-handed. And then eventually people were like, well, actually, it's gonna be a right-handed is the best because, you know, right-hand rule. That's how curl works. That's how magnetism works. So that's probably how it happened. So this is actually a left-handed coordinate system, which is proper, I think, in this context for graphics and stuff. I will die on that hill. I'm yapping too much. I should probably actually learn how to play the game. When your code is run, special variables X, Y, and Z are preset with the location of your current voxel. So really, your code is the answer to the question, what is the value of the voxel at X, Y, and Z? Okay. So I have to type it in and make sure that it works. It is not necessarily a snowflake. It is actually a part of the Fractal Mandelbrot set. So it's at a specific coordinate, about like C is equal to minus 1.5 or so. Let me see. There's a slightly more complex example. You can see that the code runs different values depending on X, Y, and Z. Okay, so if X is equal to 0, then return 7. So the entire slice is going to be that color. If Y is equal to 0, it's going to return that entire slice, and then... Okay. Oh, and it uses else if. So it's not Python. Or maybe it Maybe it's using a different kind of scripting language. Let's see. Okay, what? Check my email. Welcome to RepliCube. Thank you for registering your RepliCube terminal. Please find the attached tutorial projects to get you started. Okay. Time to actually like think. Time to actually think right now. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. How do you spell that? Spaghetti. 𝖘𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖙 spaghetti. Hello. Don't worry. Don't feel worried about the calculator. I don't like arithmetic either. We're gonna be doing some 3D modeling today, I suppose. I want to learn how to do this game. It's gonna be pretty neat. Stick around. If you know any coding or know anything about this game, I'd love to know. Your job is to write code to generate an object that matches the one in the upper right. Your code should return the color you want each voxel to be. You can use names, white, red, yellow, green, etc., or numbers 1 through 16 for the colors. See the palette below. This is my palette. Try modifying the code to match the color. Okay. So, it is, in fact, color 7, which is red. So, it'd just be red then, huh? Ah! I'm a genius! Holy smokes, guys! All right, that's it. That's it. It doesn't get better than this. This is it. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Oh, you can actually. Is this real? Can you actually like do this? So I can probably actually share my real email. Oh, that's so cool. You guys won't get to see that, but I guess I will do something today. Remember, you're trying to match. Each time your code runs, your code is ran, 3 variables will be preset for you in identifying the location of the current voxel. Magenta. Yeah, it is magenta. Well, wait, hold on. To what extent is it purple? Purple, pink, magenta, or placenta. Placenta. It's magenta. Magenta's a pretty nice color. I will not lie. You can use conditions to decide what variable to return based on X, Y, and Z. If Y is greater than -2, it's going to be a dark blue. Otherwise, return light green. So, coordinate-wise, this is at, let's see, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, I got to keep track of how it's organizing these points. So if y is up and down. If y is -2, oh yeah, I don't want that. So if I'm trying to match the top one, I need to match the y. If my y is inclusive greater than 0. Yeah, okay. And I need to change the color. So I don't want light green no more. I prefer just typing the number. What am I going to say? Orange? Ah! I get it. Okay, this is actually making a lot of sense. Maybe I'll sign into that thing later. Comparison. You can use many different conditions to compare numbers. Here's a quick list. If A equals B, less than, greater than. Okay, we know these ones. Try changing the comparisons to solve this one. So, let's see. If y is equal to 1, so this specific line, then it turns out to be red. This one, y equals to 1. But I want everything above it to be red. So I want it to be greater than. Not inclusive. I just want it to be greater than it. Okay. And then the other one here. If y is equal to it, again, I want to be below it. Okay. Otherwise, we return yellow. Okay. How are you guys feeling about this? Does this make sense to you? I think this is pretty cool. Honestly, this is actually until it gets more complicated, then I will, proceed to throw my cat at my mascot cat, my moss cat at the wall. And my real cat, my cats. I do have cats. My cats are fantastic little devils. They have people names. Ryler, no worries. You have a fantastic day at work. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It's been fantastic. Okay. This is gonna be a very chill stream at this point. I think my spaz is gone. Ah! No! Hello! It's Z. Hello, everybody. It is Z. How's it going, guys? Did you guys finish your psychology about robots? Can you kiss the robot? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. Hello there. Let me see. Greetings, everybody. My name is 𝖈𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘. I am a Fractal VTuber. I am currently... This is my debut day. It is Pi Day. So it is a fantastic time to actually debut. You guys just missed my presentation. I mean, probably like a while ago. But today, we have some plans. So I'll be uploading the VOD later. And I will be editing this video, so short form content. Hopefully today is pretty good. I came out like talking a lot, but now I'm chilling right now. I think I'm locked in. Right now we're playing a game. It's called 𝖈𝖚𝖎𝖆𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘. This game combines 3D modeling, coding, and math together. Which, believe it or not, I'm good at all those things. I am a 3D artist and a studied mathematician, computer science, and physicist. And of course, in this economy, you can't just do a job you want, so you have to make the job for you. So that's why I went into VTubing. So today, again, if you guys like everything, hope you like it. Let me show you something cool. So I can probably use my emotes right now. It looks like we are trying to replicate the shape, but the issue here is that we have a left-handed coordinate system. So Y is up and down, this green line right here. Y is up and down. X is left and right, and then Z is forward and backwards. Yeah. It is drawn this way, probably because graphic-wise, that is the easiest to describe in computer graphics. You had X and Y first on like your old computers, and once my hypothesis is that once 3D graphics started happening, then you started extending the Z axis forward and backwards. Futuristic questions. So is it more the doomer kind of like the AI is going to take over the world, is going to be cyberpunk? Or is it more like we can finally have AI waifus and we can finally, be happy in our lives? I'm on that side of the boat, if you can't tell. I mean, until inevitably I find a robot girlfriend, then for now we'll just speculate about it, right? That's so cool. Yeah, I know, right? So maybe I should probably develop something. Maybe I'll learn about some AI packages, some models and stuff like that. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why? What? Yeah, no, good point. Why can't we have two? Why can't we have them? Yeah, so this game is on those reels. There's a reason why it's been popular. Or, okay, it's not popular at all. It is very difficult to get into. But I can describe it. So, again, we have 3 different axes, X, Y, and Z. However, our up and down axis is actually the Y axis. Left and right is X, and then forward and backwards is Z. Like Z. So, when we return a color, we need to know which they end up turning into. Which layers they happen to be in. So let me see. The colors are just numbers. Hello. This is going to be a fun day. I can just tell. Returning 0 or empty will make the voxel into an empty space. Oh. So, I'll just put 0. Okay. Oh. So, this bit right here is saying that depending on my y value, then I'm going to be adding it. So if this here is 4, and it's technically -3, so y -3. Hello, thank you for the follow. And again, I'll say my name. I'm 𝖈𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘. I am a Fractal themed VTuber. Today's my debut day, so hopefully you guys stick around. I hope you guys enjoy what we have. So this y, if it starts at -1, then it's gonna go red. 1, 2, 3. Starts at peach. And then -2, which means we go up 5. Then 6, then 7, 8, 9. I said the funny number. So, okay, that makes more sense. And then this cutout right here, it depends on how far back I cut it out. So if I am exactly at 1, my x value, hold on. I gotta go farther back. Is that 0? Greater than or equal to 0. That makes more sense. Then this one might also be 0. Okay. Alright, cool. Hopefully this is a fun game for you guys to watch. Hopefully you can backseat this. But, let's see. I will be switching things up in about, I want to say in about an hour and a half or so. I'm gonna try to switch it up, and I'm gonna like actually 3D model some stuff. Something for Pi Day. So I will be 3D modeling a pie, and we're gonna like animate it in Blender. So hopefully that works out. Let's take a look here. And if you guys have any questions, please, absolutely, let me know what you think about anything. Did my stream die? No, that's I lied for a bit. Hello. Thank you for the follow, guys. This is gonna be so fun today. Give me just a second. Hold on, I'm fixing something. Let's see over here. So now I have a color. This is all. What is that? Pink? Or is that the magenta again? Pink. Okay, yeah, it is pink. If y equals 0 and x equals 0, then return white. I don't want this. I want to be within my, what quadrant is this? Positive x and then positive y. So I'm going to say I'm greater than. Close. What am I missing here? Absolute value? Can I do that yet? X has to be positive. So I can combine them or whatever the case is. Let me see. Can I look around this? Yeah, I mean my positive. Oh, it's positive disease. I need one more. And z is greater than equal to 0. There we go. Close. 1. 1. 1. And then the color, it's pink, right? I did. Okay. I did not create my avatar. My avatar was rigged by my friend Novaverse, Dual Novaverse on Twitter. Maybe I should probably, if you guys can follow him, please. I'm gonna put his link into the. If you look him up, Dual Novaverse. Yeah, my friend Nova, he helped me rig this entire model, and all my art assets. So the overlay that you see right here, everything right here, it was thanks to Nova. So why don't you give him a follow, please? And I guess one other thing too, I didn't mention. I guess I gotta keep remembering. Wait, I have a Discord. It's brand new, and no one's been on it until today. I don't have any bots for it, so please be on your best behavior. But right now, I have it set up so that you guys can join my server. All you have to do is ping it, and it should pop up. If you guys join, then you guys can see what I'm doing and hopefully join my community. We also came up with a fan name, right? We're Iterates. So I hope you guys can enjoy. Hello there, hello there. Nice to meet you, Phobos. We are trying some stuff out in this. Okay, the absolute value. Okay, now we get to use it. ABS. Hello, hello, hello. ABS can be used to return the absolute value of a number. Absolute value is positive and negative. That's size. Oh, so that's why we can get these numbers right here. So they return specifically the two values of x that could get you it. Hello. Is that 𝖈𝖗𝖊𝖎𝖙𝖘? Nice to meet you. We're learning about math. We're doing it in coding. Nice to meet you. I hope you stick around. We have a server. Nice to meet you. Go ahead and join it if you'd like to. Let's see. So this one right here, I'm starting absolute value of x. Any solution of x, whatever x I can plug in, is going to return 4. So there's two values for that. -4 and +4. I want... What is this? X, right? X. I want to do... I gotta use AND conditions, don't I? So let's start with getting this direction right. So this is on z equals 1. So I'm gonna say 1 right here. Okay. And I have to restrict the space. And the absolute value of, I want to say z, is also equal to 1. That doesn't do anything. Wait a second. Something's not right. What's going on here? Hello, Warpy. Oh, Warpy, nice to see you. Come on in. Yeah, I'm trying to do something. I have no idea how to do this bit. I guess let's go ahead and break it down. Yeah, absolute value is equal to 1. Oh wait, but this 1. Yeah, these are right. 1 and 1. Why does it say 2? Returns the absolute value of a number. If the absolute value positive size of a number, then we have the two answers, -5 and 5. Very useful for simplifying, making objects with symmetry. So do I just do another line? If ABS of z is equal to, then return white. No. That doesn't do anything. So, okay. What? Can I combine numbers then? Oh! Line 9 needs to end. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. And then I have an else if, right? Or no? No, each if looks like it needs to end. Ah! We got something. That's not right. But it's something. Was it an or? Oh! We're getting somewhere. Okay. I don't want z though. I want y. Oh, okay. Now how to restrict z? And z is less than, what's the range? 3? I'm close. I'm close to it. I can like, oh, ABS of z. I think I got it. Okay. So I have to restrict my space. So I want the ones that are less than it. Not necessarily I want to be equal to it. Wait. Or equal to? Duh. Let's do equal again real quick. Oh wait, 2. So I got this shape, but how do I like get these lines? 1, 2, 3. What's special about these? Y equals 2. Probably needs absolute value 2 is equal to, and absolute value less than or equal to 1. It's less than or equal to 1. Oh. Goodness. And I can do 4. 4 is not good. Damn. I just got the intersections. Okay. So, something like that. This is tricky. This is actually not an easy game at all. Wow. Okay, so let's see. All my y's, my z values, -1, 0, and -1. So I have to be a little wider, right? Oh, that's the same thing. Okay, and I want my absolute values. That's y equals 2 and -2. And I don't want to. Or, I see what you mean with the parentheses. Probably. Did that do anything different? De Morgan's Law, help me out. Can I do, like, not here? So I have the 2... Or... Okay, again, I have that shape again, but... Ah! What? I did it! I think you're right with the parentheses. Oh my goodness. Shoutouts to you. Phobos. We did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, that worked. I don't know how, but it worked. Holy smokes. Very cool. Okay. Let me see. I think I'll do like 2 more. Are you a pro? Have you played this game before? I do want to know. I don't know anybody that I don't know anybody that's played this one. It's a very niche game. So, I think I'll probably tell you what, I'll probably try my best and try to finish the... Oh. A niche girl. Are you a girl? Hello there. If you can help me out with some of this, then that'd be great. I'm gonna try to finish all of them. If I can't do it in enough time, if I'm like stuck, then I will try my best to... I think there's a lot of girls in chat. Oh my gosh. I thought it was just gonna be a boys fest. I guess math is cool. Alright. Okay, let's see. The importance of end. I think this is what we messed up on earlier, right? Let's see. Let's go ahead and do something cool. Remember, you need to close each if then with the end keyword. Try running the code and check the error message for a hint. There's an error that you can debug. Hold on, wait a second. Where's that at? Oh, duh, it's right there. Ah. Okay, what is my issue here? Condition: if pattern, then code execute. If true, end. It needs to be it's line specific. You can't. So I study with C++, and the sad thing about C++ is that you can make the wankiest. You can make the strangest looking like lines. You can compile everything into one line. you only need one line to like run a C++ code, as long as you have your semicolons and the appropriate things. That was a fun little thing I did once in university. But in this case, it's kind of Python oriented, which is fine. Which, by the way, guys, it's about lunchtime. Are you guys getting lunch right now? I ate breakfast. I ate breakfast like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I should probably make some time to go, and I do want more coffee. I'm drinking my coffee black. I like black coffee. I learned how to like it surviving in other parts of the world. Oh, I can do that. What? Yes, I'm American. Oh, you're British. Lunch we'll have some tea and biscuits. Is that right, ain't it? Or maybe you're from like the other side. Are you Kiwi or Australian? From down under. I actually did do some studying in New Zealand, actually. I was doing some plasma simulation research in New Zealand once. For a time. Oh, okay. So we have Americans in chat, that's good. From the UK. What time is it in the UK right now? Hold on. I want to say like, okay, 3 hours ahead is the East Coast, more or less. I'm on the Pacific, so it's definitely a lot earlier for me. It's 18:38, so that's not too bad. Not too late. Yeah, about 6 o'clock. That's not too bad. Well, let me know just in case you guys when it is too late, because I think what around. So what? How many hours ahead is that? 6 o'clock. About 7 hours ahead from me. I'll be aware of that. I'm gonna mostly stream at this time because maybe not Saturdays. Today I called off. Saturday is my one day that I managed to get off, and turns out that I'm missing money for this. But today's my debut, so I get to do what I want. So I'm curious what you guys are gonna eat. Maybe for dinner then. Did you eat dinner already? Apple pie because it's pie day. Absolutely, because it's pie day. Boy, you should have heard me earlier. I was yapping a lot. Now I'm like mellowed out. I think it's because I have to like lock in and focus. Maybe I have ADHD or something. I actually don't know. I haven't tested it. An egg sandwich. Oh, I actually covered this in my slides. For my presentation. I do not like boiled eggs. Specifically, I don't mind if they're fried. I don't mind if it's poached. But boiled eggs specifically, like when that shell's still on, I cannot stand it. Deviled eggs, I cannot stand it. Dr. Gold, he does plasma research. Ooh. I wonder what kind of plasma research. I was doing like turbulence simulations. So let's see. Scrambled eggs. Okay, that's acceptable. Do you like them scrambled hard? I don't like it when they're under easy. Expected end on line 12. Line 12 is over here. Expected. What? Oh. Oh, he's gonna drop by in the stream. Time is in Japan. I'm guessing it's, well, if my artist is also like on the same time zone, it's probably 1 in the morning. So maybe in a few hours, we'll see what happens then. Okay, expected end to close if at line 10 near if. Line 10 near if. This one needs an end? Oh. Okay, now what? What's wrong with this one? Colors, that's it. So this one, I'll look for anything that's gray. This isn't gray anymore. You're not gonna be red. That makes more sense. I think they're easy. They're considered hard scrambled eggs. Well, I only like them scrambled hard because that means that it's cooked. Under like, I don't mind runny eggs if it's like sunny side fried, which I guess is overcooking it. Whatever the case is. Hello there. Famished Integral. Hello there. That's a cool name. Welcome to the chat. My name is 𝖈𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖙𝖘. Yeah, math. Look at me. I'm a math guy. Um, let's see. We're playing a game right now. Where I get to show off my supposed coding, math, and 3D modeling skills, and we're on the tutorial still. But hold on. I can definitely show you something really cool real quick. So, let's see. All the outside is green, which is probably done from an absolute value. So I'm going to say if the absolute value of y is that 2? Then return green. That's not right. My favorite subject in math. I actually really like representation theory. So I took a class early. I was really very cocky in university. I went in blazing, right? I started with a calculus class and a basic proofs class. And we had trimesters. So my second trimester, my professor asked me, she said, "Hey, you seem a little good at math. Why don't you come and join my intro to proofs class? Like the proper before you start taking real analysis kind of intro to proofs class." And so she's like, "Why don't you join my class?" So I just got to skip all of the prerequisites, and I was already doing upper division in my first year. So one of the classes I ended up taking, I got a little farther ahead than most, my grade. So I ended up taking a class my sophomore year. It was Math Methods 3 for physics. It was an elective. It's supposed to be like graduate level my sophomore year. I peaked in college, if you can tell. But the subject that I actually did like the most, we ended up doing a bit of representation theory, and I thought it made a lot of sense because you're doing matrices and group stuff, but you're representing it in a way that makes more sense. And math-wise, it's closed, and it makes you can represent different groups and things, in that way. So you get to do like different operations, do different space stuff. It was really cool. But after that, after representation theory, because I didn't study it properly, next thing I'd probably say is combinatorics, counting. Before statistics, I cannot stand statistics. Combinatorics is really cool because you just get to say, "Oh, how many deck of cards do I have? How many possible combinations?" Actually, I have like 15,000 different combinations. Plus your mom. It's like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then once it starts getting to like statistics and chi-squared and stuff, then it's not fun. I don't even know how people enjoy statistics. Okay, that's what I needed to do. So ABS of Z is equal to 2. Maybe I can, yeah. Maybe I can do this both at the same time. I'll probably try to teach you guys. I really do want. What's your favorite subject? If you had a favorite subject in math, maybe I can cover it. That'd be really cool. Elsif. Teach algebra. What kind of algebra? Like what? Oh, that's arithmetic? 1 plus 1 is clearly 11, isn't it? I don't know. Computer classes. What kind of computers? Like typing? Spreadsheets? Coding? Wait a second. It's in Windows. Then that'd be good. I mean, it's always fun to come in with some math problems. Maybe I can cover it because after this, I'm gonna be demonstrating some cool like Some cool stuff. So okay, I was actually predicting this. I'm glad you're not saying oh hey I'm a math I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm glad you're not coming in and saying oh, you do math? You do math? I'm bad at math. I hate math. I cannot stand math. I can't. I will kill people that like math. It's like, you know, like that extreme of like people oversharing that they dislike something, but they end up like ruining the discussion by making people feel like, well, why do you have to ruin my fun? uh, it's just funny to, you know, talk about that. If ADS is equal to Z. Before college, I was smarter than the teachers, so I guess the basic ones, typing, spreadsheets, and stuff. During college, I took C++ classes and game design class. Ah, what kind of game design? I took a game design class, but I didn't really do too much in it. Hello there, Fryo. How you doing? It's my first day over here. Let me see. Turn red. I'm fundamentally missing something right here. Okay, hold on. How do I actually get the color? I want these Z values to be 0 and 0. Oh, I think I know what. Else if I need both of these conditions. I do not have a PhD in physics. I have a degree in physics, but it's undergraduate. It's nothing. So I did math, computer science, and physics. I'm very close. I got it. Alright, the professor made us do basic coding for Android. So I made a few simple games. Still wish you had them. What happened to them? You should have backed them up on GitHub. I say that because I don't actually have a lot of projects on my GitHub. My personal one. I think I'll be opening a new one up soon for the projects I'm doing right now. Should be really cool. Oh shucks, 15 years ago. That happens, you know. What did I do 15 years ago? I'm fairly young. Like not that young, but like enough. Also guys, I have a Discord. If you guys want to share some of your stuff, I have a section for coding and stuff like that. Just gotta ping it real quick. The Discord is this right here. We are gonna be I want to be sharing some ideas in the future, mainly edutainment and ideas. So maybe if you guys have an idea of something you want me to cover, I can totally break it down for you, like with, you know, pictures and things like that, and we can like cover it all up. So maybe that'd be really cool. You're old? No, you're not. You're only old if someone says that you're old, right? We're all youthful in our own way. It just depends on how you act. So yeah, at some point I will be sharing some of the cool ideas in the future that I have. I will be animating my own stuff and making my own videos. So hopefully those videos will be something worthwhile, and you know, just gotta start from there. This is all for fun anyway. So, but fun because I want to go back to grad school. I'm trying to get back. Okay. For this particular one, it looks like we're going to draw this space as 0. So, starting from y minus 2. is greater than or equal to -2. Wait. And wait. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, let me drink with some actual water. Thank you for the hydrate. So I'm trying to on Twitch. I would like to do some cool things with my rewards and stuff. You gotta go. You have a fantastic day, okay? Your name is Spaghetti. Eat some spaghetti, Ginevra. And yeah, I'll be streaming. I'll be putting my schedule sometime soon. So if you follow me on X, then I'll be uploading my schedule soon. And if you're on the Discord, then I'll make an announcement for that in the future as well. I have no idea what to do for this next week, but you'll you have a good one, okay? I need to get some more water in me. I have just coffee. Black coffee, by the way. Black coffee is good. You learn to like it. And X is greater than or within 2. Absolute value. There we go. And then I need Z. And Z. Ah. You draw on Krita? I use Krita because it's free, right? And when I start doing my math stuff, and I'm drawing pictures and I'm putting stuff into it, I'm going to be using Krita. So I have a drawing tablet. I'm going to be able to draw and do some cool stuff with it. Else, return, what color is this? Burgundy? Dark brown. 16. That's too dark. Red. Dang it! Brown. It's just brown. Brown. It's brown. Okay, this is making sense. Let me see. Can you guys tell me, you guys have any interesting stories about, have you ever had to, what was something like math that did not make any sense to you? But until someone told you it, you still don't get it. What's your worst type of math? Let's see here. Don't forget to put the conditions inside your other conditions. So we're doing nested if statements. Most of it? Let me see. So because we're doing 3D stuff, maybe I can talk about just a bit about this. So the directions, you might think X, Y, and Z are in the right directions. So I'm going to tell you for this game, no. So up and down, like space-wise, like this, is not Z. Even though we usually talk about it as Z. Do you feel confused yet? So hopefully this isn't too bad. I think one of the things that did not make sense to me at all, even now, it's probably going to be, I want to say, I don't want to just keep bringing up statistics, but another one that I did not know about completing the square. The longest. It was up until recently, I was teaching a student, and they were like telling me how they learned how to complete the square. And I was like, oh. So I went through my entire math degree, all of computer science, all of physics, and it's very hard. So, I did not understand what completing the square was. As long as the coordinates obey the right-hand rule. This one is not the right-hand rule. This is let me clear this out. This is actually a left-handed coordinate system. So, let's take a look right here. So, X and Y, if you hold out your left hand, it's actually index pointing up is Y. Sideways is your X, and then that blue one, that's your Z. So it's left-handed. You can point anywhere as long as it's perpendicular. Correct, yeah. So there are many different coordinate systems, and this one happens to be a left-handed coordinate system, which is fantastic. Because it's just more confusing to everybody. So let me go ahead and put this back in. Let's see. So what do I want to do here? I'm gonna split these regions up. I need these colors. So this one is black. Let me elaborate black real quick. If it's equal to 1, if it is equal to 1, so I need to start with this range right here. First off, let's make it green. Why is this one also? This else needs to happen. I have several different colors. Okay. I want to do... Starts at 1, goes up to 3. So if y is equal to... Well, I want the green one. So 1, 3. Greater than or equal to 1. Or x is greater than or equal to 3. Where did that one go? That's not right. 1, 2, 3. And? No, I don't need this one. Then, if x is greater than... Ah, we got it. Okay, so that's this section. This other section right here, I want this one to be the brown. Or yellow, excuse me. That's not yellow. That's not brown. I'm not bad at my colors, guys, I swear. Okay, that's good. Then I need a new section right here on the side. Same style. Else if... What numbers are these? 0. Wait, which direction am I facing? X is greater than 0? Why am I stumped? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is Z. Okay, Z has to be equal to 0. So less than or equal to 0. And else if Z is less than or equal to 0, then return red. And then the last one here needs to be the right color, which is blue. Oh! Alright, I did it. This is actually really fun. This is therapeutic. What is a good therapy game? Like, vibe game? I feel like for some people this isn't like relaxing. Some people are like, you have to stress to try to get it right. But this is like bringing it back to like the actual coding stuff. I think there's a few like games like that. I know one of my friends, I know Work Together, I think is one of them, right? I don't know anything about Work Together, but it looks pretty fun. Has anybody played that one? I want to know. Maybe I should give that one a shot. I wonder. Minecraft, Hello Kitty, and Friends. It's not Hello Kitty Island Adventure, right? The other one? Maybe I should... What's something math you can do in Minecraft? There's lots of things, right? What if I had a Minecraft server? That'd be fun. Let's see. Pretty soon here, I'm gonna be getting some, I'm gonna want to go and get some water. I'm sorry, more coffee. Saving credits from Dr. Gold to get to the island adventures soon. How is that like? What does that imply? Tell me. I really wanted to try that Hello Kitty game, the island adventure one. Yeah. I mean, it looks cute. It's a fun looking game. I just wanted to give it a shot because, you know, I don't think I have a particular favorite Sanrio character. Probably the one I would probably say I do like the most. Dr. Gold gives you like vouchers if you do stuff on his stream. Oh, does he? Maybe I'll get to see him. Maybe I gotta look him up. That'd be kind of cool to see. Let me look him up. Let me investigate him real quick. Dr. Gold. Is that right? If my internet works. I'll look him up later. I don't think I quite see the right one. Oh! That Dr. Gold. Yeah, I follow him. I was on a Z stream before, and we happened to, you know, bombard his stream. I haven't seen too much of him. I do know he covers a lot of like homework help, which is very good. What time does he do today? Take a look. Maybe we can finish it off and we can check him out. That'd be cool. Oh, he's in Japan. He's just straight up like in Japan. That's what you keep saying. I thought he was Japanese. I was like, wait a second. Okay, the continuity makes sense. I see. That's so cool. Shoot, I wish I was in Japan. I wanted to go to Japan. Once upon a time, I did. Let me see. You can create your own variables for more complex logic. Here we are creating a new variable called color, which we manipulate across multiple if statements. Okay. That makes fundamentally more sense. I gotta watch more of his stuff then, because I want to see more of his like teaching style. I do teach on my own stuff, like robotics, you know, but not necessarily like not as rigorous as like math. That's why I wanted to do this, because I do enjoy math quite a lot, but I don't know how to like do it by myself that makes it fun. So that's why I'm doing this entire thing, because it's fun. Let me go ahead and start right over here. If x equals y, then it turns pink. Color is equal to pink. Did I return it? Wow. Oh, it's a spelling error. Okay, so how do I make this one work? Color is spelled British. We must eliminate that. I don't like British spellings. You guys have like color and favor. Let's see. I remember there was this like that you guys don't say like you. Oh, you don't do takeout. You do carry away. Or what was it called? Carry out? No. Takeaway or something like that. It was I experienced that in takeaway. I was right. I experienced that in New Zealand. When I was studying over there for a minute. They have the same vernacular. That's very interesting. Stuff like so I finished these tutorials. Sorry. But when I was over there, I was so like stumped trying to like I wanted to get a rental. So over here in the States, we say, oh, you go to a rental spot. But the word they used for that, I believe it was different. I think it was like, car rental, New Zealand. The word like rental is like a different term. It's like borrowing or something. I don't quite remember. Hire. That's what they say. Can I get a car for hire? I'm like, what? For hire? You can't hire a car. It's an inanimate object. You can't hire things like that. I say as an American, who thinks my English is better than other English, but it's just funny. It's just different. When you go out in the world, it's like pretty neat. All right, let's see. Wait, this one. Welcome to the community. It's exciting to see a new player join the community. Great job finishing the tutorial projects. Here's a few more puzzles to try it out. And don't forget to sign up for the CubeNet account if you haven't already. CubeNet accounts are used for leaderboards and, even more importantly, the community discussion forums. Okay. You don't care. It's all for fun. So I think I'm going to probably leave it right here for a minute. I think it'll be fine. Well, I want to do more challenges next time, but I think I'm going to transition here to do my 3D modeling and make a Pi Day outro right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let's boot up Blender. And let me go ahead and start closing the game right here. I'll finish more next time. I feel like this is a good like starter to get me in like the mood to do something and keep me from yapping too much. So I do need focus. I am such a scatterbrain. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to this one real quick. Let's go ahead and open up Blender, which I happen to have a scene list for. And let me bring up that BGM real quick. So maybe I'll take a minute and grab some more coffee. And I want to do some more. I want to try showing you some of my Blender stuff. I'm not the best at it, but I learned it at some point. It's only been 2 hours since I started. I feel like I'm so drained already. I gotta get used to this. Oh, it's crashed. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, what I want to do right now, if it loads, what I want to do right now, I'm going for a pie, okay? Because it is Pi Day. Happy March 14th, happy Pi Day. I want to actually make a pie. So, to do that, I'm going for something like this. I'm going to put it on a table. Maybe we'll do something a little something like that. I want like a checker design on this pie table, on this picnic table. What color should I do it? Picnic table? It's more like a dining table. Mirror. Work. Maybe I should upload my specs. I need to show you guys what my my specs are. I'm not running the hottest and greatest. What I am running, I'm running a GTX 1660, and the poor little thing is doing its best micromanaging all of my stuff right now. It seems to have crashed. I'll let it wait. It usually doesn't crash this early. Oh, come on. It did. I gotta figure out a way to work this out. Close. Go away. Unfortunate. Hello, Slayer. Slayer Darth. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm trying to get Blender to work, but it's not wanting to. What do you recommend? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't see that. Let's see. E to the 2 pi. What is that? Is that a person? Unreal Engine. What about Unreal? Oh! Oh, really? Shoot, I didn't catch that. I don't think I'm not very observant, am I? Goodness. Well then, hello then. Shoot, I should know some more of the math people out there. Well, how do you like it so far? This is gonna be... I mean, I'm kind of like winding down a bit more. I did my intro. Build a math community on Twitch. Well, I think he's in luck because I can definitely participate with that. Like, what kind of math people? Like, are they kind of just hanging out, doing different things, doing like a club stuff? Building some GIS working powered by. GIS seems to be involved. Fair play in geometry, it seems. Oh, I'd like to see some practice problems. I actually would like to do something like that. Is it for like what kind of level? Is it for like graduate school, entrance exams, or just for like fun in like geometry? Ah, any kind of problem. Maybe I'll give him... I do have, I think, a problem I want to try. It's a related rates problem. I remember there was like, you have to do some like... You have to calculate the derivative of an angle. And it's often used for like... Actually, maybe I can model this out. So, I have a turret. And with the turret, I have to change the angle to catch a plane, okay? I'm gonna do a plane real quick. This is my plane. Strong country coordinates for plotting maps. Oh. I have to visualize the map of the world on the dashboard, but it's but includes non-sovereign territories like Hong Kong. Huh. Is that right? Let me see. If I had a problem, it was a related rates problem where you have to find the derivative of the... Describe a function that perfectly follows this. Minus x, I want positive x. So, if it's moving, if there's like a plane moving, it needs to like change its angle. Right? So, of course, the farther it is, you don't need to change the angle as fast. Right? But, as you get closer, the angle will have to rapidly change, and up to a certain point. And depending on the altitude, of course, you're going to have to track it a bit differently. And then farther up here, you know? So you still have to track it in different ways. It has to follow the plane. I remember seeing this problem before in like Calculus 1, you know, when we first started learning like derivatives and stuff. But I didn't quite understand it. And I think probably now I'm, you know, big enough to like tackle it. But it was something with like d theta, you know, the rate of change of theta. You know what I'm talking about? Hopefully that convinces me that something like this can have happened. So if that is the case, hold on. What would the... I can graph it. If only it gave me like the real-time angle data, then I could probably like plot it. Well, even then, I wouldn't tell me anything because depending on the angle, it would follow different ways. Alas, I'll have to save this another time. It is hidden now. Let's go ahead and start making our pie. So I want this face to look like a checkerboard. Actually, no. I'm gonna put a cloth. Let me save this real quick before I lose everything. I want a cloth. Okay? And I want to subdivide it a few times. Subdivide, let's say 10, and then just subdivide it one more time. Paint it with grease pencil. I use grease pencils sometimes, but I'm not an expert on using it. I only get to use it when I'm trying to make something look pretty. But let's see. I guess I could have made something with that. Not all the time I paint with grease pencil, so it's something that I still need to learn. That and geometry nodes. Geometry nodes is actually like one of the coolest things, and it will actually help me a lot with my math explanations. But at the moment, I am still kind of learning geometry nodes. I only know like the basics, and probably will want to take like a full course on it on my own time, because you can learn everything on Blender without needing any help. So real quick, here's the idea for this cloth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a shader. So I'm going to do a checker texture. And on this texture, I'm going to have like, you know, increase the scale a bit. It's going to be like a picnic. So it's going to be like red, white, and blue. Should I do red, white, and blue? It's like white, right? Does that convince you it's a picnic? Let me go ahead and join these guys real quick. I'm gonna give this one a noise texture. I'm gonna do some wood. Color ramp. Put this right here. Like a wood. I'm not sure what colors are wood, but like kind of like this. Ew. And then all I have to do is just bring the colors in a bit. That is not right. That is not right. It's too bright. I do have a wood texture pack. I was just wondering if I can generate it without it. I've done it before. Like light woods. So like it's kind of like light yellow, a bit of darkness. But what I had to do was also like stretch it. So texture coordinate, vector map, and then duplicate it. So add 0, this one will be 1s. The multiply. I can resort to that if I want to. If I have to. I just might. So. Oh yeah, and then this one. That's way too small. Here you go. Kind of like that. That's what I was going for. Maybe not as extreme. But like long grain stuff, right? And it's fine enough. It's fine. It's fine. Just trying to get the pie going. Well, I mean, if I mix it with some like other gradients. So the same thing here, except this. But like a multiply. Not a vector. Color. Mixed color. Please work. Please work. Okay, so the idea here is that I'd be also changing the size of it. Yeah, so you see how I get like a few extra things right here? But I don't want to keep it as long. Multiply might be better. Okay, that looks kind of nice. Or the idea, at least. I don't like this. It's so, like, one color, though. Sure. I mean, really, it's not the subject matter, so I might just even, like, line it up a bit. Like the legs, too. Okay, all that done. Whatever. That is done. I will say that's done. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to make this a collider. So physics is going to be a collider. And then this is going to have a cloth sim. So if I run it... let's say... a lot less tension. I don't want it to be super stiff. It's cloth. And almost no compression. So let's run this one now. Is it because... oh, that's like... it's like a plywood kind of flexi. No, I don't want that. Almost no tension. That's better. Okay. What compression? I just want the ends to actually like crumble too. I could probably get that with one more subdivide. No? Oh, there goes my computer. That's good. Smooth. All about smooth. Let's see. We can keep it going. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we'll stick with this just for now because it looks nice. Okay, what I get to do next thing. I have a pun coming up. One of the best things I get to do with this thing is I get to save this. How do I believe the phrase is baking it. So once I make the pie, I'm also gonna run a sim on it, and I get to bake the sim. I get to bake the pie. I think that'll be pretty funny. So I gotta apply the cloth. There we go. Change the texture a bit, but that's okay. I'll just scale it up a bit. Scale it down a bit. Never mind. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. Okay, let's go ahead and make the pie. Next thing I'm gonna do is... So, I want this pie to actually say pie. So, I'm gonna start with a text tool. I'm gonna go Greek on this. I'm gonna be all Greek on it. And by being all Greek, I mean I'm gonna just do something like this. Font something Greek. It's like Greco or something like that. So there, I got my text and it's gonna be pie. Okay. So what I'm gonna do with this is on a circle. As much as I want this to be here, I'm gonna center it. So the pie is gonna say the pie. That's the idea at least. So let me go ahead and solidify it a bit. This pie right here. Kind of like this, but I'm gonna poke it. Wait a sec. Yeah. Because it's pie day. I'll probably finish this up, and it's not going to be too bad, but that'll be the rest of what I'm doing today. Let me see. I want what color on this one. So this one, I'm going to do a special diffuse. And then shader to RGB. Ramp. So what I'll get to do is on this one. What color is a pie? Kind of crusty. And maybe some burnt bit. Like a cream, right? It's way too bright. Farther up here. I do want to get the gradient a little tighter. So I'll change this hue. Or less saturated. No. A little brighter. And then change the hue a bit. A little darker. So that's like a yellow. Can I make that work? So what I'm gonna do is on this shape, I'm gonna poke it. I could have done this a little easier, but it's okay. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a curve, little sphere, little dome to it. So then now my little pie cutout, it's gonna look like a pie. Next, for each of my little edges here, so I'm gonna checker deselect. And then I am gonna extend them. And then at the origins, I'm trying to give that like roundness of the crust. Maybe I don't want this then. Maybe I'll do the whole thing, but do individual faces. Individual normals, individual faces. There you go. So then all I gotta do is delete these faces now, because that's not what I want. Delete these vertices. Okay, now I get all of these edges. Now I'm just gonna round them off. That might be good. I think there's a faster way to select all these ones. Individual origins, and they're gonna go like that. And then there we go. Okay, so I have the top of my pie, and I've only ever just made the shape. Okay, I'm gonna give it some thickness. And what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna copy one of these, and then I'm gonna connect it. Oopsies. Wait a second. Bridge edge loops. Oh, that's not right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna be my like tray. And to do that, I'm gonna need a new shader. Oh, and this one I want to call high crust. Maybe I'll put a noise texture on it too. There we go. So we have some more of that like pie-ness to it. It looks all different kinds of levels of crust. I'm gonna add another level to it, and I'm gonna make this one just much darker. Or much browner. It's calculating. Yeah, there we go. Okay, then this side. Alright, thank you. Yeah, so now we just get to make this metal, like a little metal tin. Maybe not like that. Maybe I'll use a brighter shade. Is it looking the same? Looks so dark and edgy. Okay, real quick. Just go ahead and put that in right here real quick. Actually want a better... I'm just going to use a shader for this. Metal. Like, not a crazy color. It's not like crazy shiny. Rusty metal for my pie. It's like these ones. Okay, and then my background I want it to be brighter, so let's go ahead and make it a... Ah, this is like the exact same thing. I think I just gotta like select similar faces. That's better. Sort of the idea I'm going for. Shade flat. Oh, it looks so flat. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it out. So what kind of filling, what kind of flavor filling do we want? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out this pie into the pie. So this pie right here, I'm gonna give it a bool. Bool. I'm gonna cut this shape out. Oh, I need to convert this to a mesh. A cherry pie? That'd be good. So now we have this cutout right here. That's why I wanted to do this. So now, with that, I have these edges inside of it. And with that, I get to apply this real quick. That's not right. Order of operations. Apply this, apply this. So now how does it look? Pie, pie. So now I get to grab these faces, even though they're ugly. Wait, actually, I could have just done this. So I'm cutting it all out. Okay. And tell you what, I might even not do the edges too. I think I just might do the... Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, now I get to just add the pie. New. It is just going to be red for a second, so assign. Ooh. Looks fine enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it some more color. So I do want this color to be the highlight. And then I'm going to close it off with a darker shade of red. Like a blood red. And then bring in the colors a bit more. What if I make them constant? That better? I think it is pretty good. This is good too, because it's a little more. There you go, like a blood red, blood cherry red. If I bring it closer, then it looks a bit tighter. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. I think that's it. Also, I'm gonna check around with these other shading ideas. These cardinal, is that better? Ease, linear. Okay, I think they're pretty good. That's fine for now. So the crust is done. Everything about the pie, I like it enough. Okay, I want to run a particle sim, probably. So if I do the particle sim, actually, do I even want to? Let me see. If I were to do it, I just don't want to crash my computer. But it'd be really funny to have a bunch of pies and then bake the animations, because that means I baked the pie. So, let me give it the name. Pie cloth. And then this one's the table. Let me go ahead and see how to run a pie sim. Pie particle sim. So what I have to do here, I don't want this to be the emitter. I need something else to be the emitter. So I believe I would need a chamber for this. I'll hide this real quick. Collider. So if I do this real quick, then I can see it. So if for particle sim, I believe what this thing needs to do something needs to be the thing that generates it. So I don't want it to be rendered as this. I want it to be rendered as a pie. Now I have a bunch of tiny little pies Now a bunch of big pies. Okay. So now, what if I contain this? And I make a bunch of really big pies. And they have to self-collide. Something's happening here. Wait, do I really just like have to like let them start from right here? That's a lot of pies. Okay, I want them to be okay, 1,000 pies, 1,000 digits of pi. It's a bit too much. So let me go ahead and crank that number down. I got it. 314 pies. I'm clever. Okay, I need this thing to be a collider, but I don't want it to be bouncing. So, how is it even bouncing? I want to know. Is it because it looks good, right? It does. I think we're getting somewhere. The particle sim now I want to like give them a rotation, and I'm gonna randomize it. So, I want them to like spout out. Physics, Newtonian, Brownian. Crank these up. I'm not sure what they do. I could explain it, but I guess I... Okay, I don't want any drag. Extra. Okay, what if I make this a collider? I thought it was. Collider, permeability, sure. Dampening. Let's say it has friction, because that's what friction does, right? What does it do now? That's fine. Okay, how do I have self-colliding particles? Source. I think a little more messy would if they drop. Well, I don't have the means. I don't think I'd want to try to run like what would a fluid sim even be like for these ones? I know it'd be very viscous pie, but it's what would you do? Oh, that's what I would do. Randomize them. Oh, and how long do they last? I want these to last like a splash, right? I need one to like... I just need them to fly around. I want them to like bounce though. I want them to like scatter all over the place. Like these ones are bouncing away. Yeah, that one just shot out. Okay. Okay. I'm getting tired. What I want to do though. Okay. Also, these pies are too big. Let me make them smaller. Smaller pies. Pie interference patterns. Exactly. Let's see. I want self-similar pies. Okay? This is so dumb. Random phase, yes. Okay, that looks fine. What do I want this to do though? I'm actually like, I'm getting a little thoughtless. What do I actually want this to do? I don't want this thing to be super bouncy either. I think that's what we're stuck with. Bounciness, dampening, stickiness. No, it doesn't kill particles. Let's crank that up. So let's... Okay, that's a little better, I suppose. Okay, what do I want? I think I can choose which side on my vertexes here. If it hits the tin, then it can bounce. But if it hits the pi side, it sticks. And it falls flat. I think that's possible. With the power of vector groups. So let's go back here. Let me start from the bottom because it's easier. All these ones. And then all of these ones. I'm going to assign a vector group to it. And this group is going to be called 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖚. Okay. So now I can select this group. And I can get rid of it if I want to. That looks nice. That's a pie. That's all the filling you get. It's a very empty pie. Let's see. And now I can select this. Select the inverted. And then I'm going to call this pi. Let me see. I can also make this bigger, can't I? That's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, never mind. I do want to worry about it. Pi. There, it's a bit bigger now. So, what do I want these to do? So, for the sake of these pieces right here, this emitter, and these pies really need to, like, have a collider. This isn't bake it though. I just realized this isn't quite right. So I think I have to go the hard way. And just give this whole thing like a rigid body. And I want it to be convex hole. Let's swap this out for rigid body. And it's gonna be a passive. Mesh kind. So if we do this instead. Oh, that bounced. Yeah, that's more or less what I want. But I need like 50 of them. Or 314 of them. A neutrino pie. Yeah, I just phased this through it. Let me do that again. Rigid body, you're gone. So when we reset our pie, it phased through it. What? So dumb. Okay, go back here. Animate. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to give it some bit more bounciness. This one. Is the trick just to duplicate them? I'm doing art duplicate. Well, that works better. Yeah, that's better. But the issue is I have a bunch of different pies here. Okay, I need a scaling method. I'm gonna create a new collection. I'm gonna call this pies. This might be the most inefficient way to do it, but the particle sim does not work as good as I thought it was. But rigid bodies work, and I'm gonna make my computer break on purpose. We're only doing, what, like a few hundred pies? That's not bad. So, what's the closest doubling method? 2 to the power of what gets me close to pi? Let me pull up my calculator for that. So what level of what scheme am I going to use to create a 314 pies? 2 to the 10 is 1024. That's way too much. If you're hungry, go. I don't know. What are you hungry for? For pie? Can't be. I'm actually very hungry myself too. I am famished. I'm a famished miserable. Famished means you're hungry, right? Second cup activated your hunger. Second cup of what? Of coffee? Oh. Yeah, I'm like tweaking right now. I am absolutely not right. My heart's beating right now. And I'm only on 1 cup. That's probably because of the jitters. That's probably just it. I think pretty soon I'm gonna wrap it up. So, okay. So I'll do this for you. 2 to the 6 is 64. 2 to the 8 should be 256. So I'm gonna duplicate 8 times. 1, 2. Where you at? 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Once, twice, 3 times. 4 times. Pizza sounds so good right now. 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. 7 times. This is gonna crash my computer. 8 times. That's 256 pies right here. Frozen dinners do sound good. Okay, 256 pies. Yep, okay. It's a good thing I studied math, you would think, right? Frozen pizzas for $6? They're $6? That's kind of pricey for pizza, isn't it? Like, can't you get like some cheap pizza for like exactly $6? $6 bucks? Let's run it. Okay, it did calculate it. It's chicken, bacon, ranch, and stuffed cheese. Okay, you know what? That does sound good. I could really go for some food right now. I think you're right. Okay, look. My pies are doing it. Okay. So they are in fact colliding. Let's take... I cannot move my computer very well. Okay, so that's 256 pies. Yeah, they didn't break, right? Isn't that great? Boy. I'm getting so hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat... Oh. Anuma. I gotta play Uma Musume. I gotta actually play some like other games. Okay. So this is just running the sim, but I have to create more pies. I'm happy it didn't crash. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna leave 1 pie on the very top here. And depending on how well it does, like throw everything around, they're all gonna be just fine. Let's see. So let me go back to my calculator. To create 314 pies, what's 314 in decimal? I'm sorry, in binary. I'm gonna have to duplicate that many times in each digit place. So I already did it 8 times. Programmer. I am a programmer. So 314. It's... Okay, 2 to the 8 plus 2 to the 6 plus 2 to the 5, 2 to the 4, and 2 to the 1. So 2 to the 8 already did. That's 256. 256. Let me look at my calculator again. I have to do it 6 times to 1 pi. Once. I do have a server. Right here. If you guys follow it, you guys can join it. I'm gonna be hanging out in there right after today, and I'll be finishing up pretty soon. So I have my once pi, 2 pies, 3 pies, 4 pies, 5 pies, and then 6 pies. So that is my 2 to the 6th. Let me do the 2 to the 5. So once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That's it. Then lastly, I need to have 4 times and then 2 times. I think I overcounted. I should be at 313. I think I did that wrong. I think that makes more sense. Okay, this is my 314 pies. And I'm going to run the sim and take a video, and then I'm going to wrap it up from here. So pretty close right here. I want these pies. Let me hide you real quick, and hide you real quick, and hide you real quick. All the pies in the middle right here, I'm going to move them over. Except for my top one, which gets to be special. Here's the reason why. Then I gotta start to run the sim. And hopefully I can bake all these pies. So when I rerun the animation, it should automatically do it all without crashing my computer. Actually, let me line it up like this. So how do I want my scene to go? Is this duplicated? This one, you're banned. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Collider, be gone. Let me take a quick... Okay, I'm gonna save it. Let's see what happens. It's thinking. 314 pies. Smashing and colliding with each other. My poor graphics card cannot handle this. In fact, I probably shouldn't be running it like this because... well, who cares? I'm gonna upgrade at some point, eventually. One day. But... yeah, it should be fun. Should be fine. So all these pies have slammed into each other. I don't even know what my goal for this one was, honestly. It looks so dumb. You gotta order a graphics card? What kind do you go for? An Optiplex? Dude, RAM? Okay, I managed to get some I have 32 gigs on my system. I did not expect so much for them all to blow up in price. So I'm like surprised that I managed to get some in time. It was like $100 for another 16. But now it's like almost $250 for the same amount. I'm like, are you kidding me? And if I want to upgrade, I want to try to upgrade to 64 gigs of RAM. It's so expensive now. Genuinely absurd. Not too desperate to get this PC running, so you need something better soon. Is that right? As long as it works, really, right? So it would be good if you can get something soon, but I'm not sure about right now. Because, I mean, prices are always just crazy high right now. But if you never get it, something else is going to happen and it's going to spike up, right? No pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Real quick, I'm going to look for something. How... Okay, I'm gonna wait for all 250 of my frames to finish up, and then I'm gonna bake all my pies. And I think if I do it right, it should be pretty easy to do. It's actually not as bad as I had thought, because once I bake it, then I can redo the scenes, and then probably do something funny with it. If your next investment is for your graphics card, what's something that's not your priority right now? Because I know right now, I think my monitor situation's pretty good. I don't need a new mouse. I'm running things pretty alright. Look at that. The last one. Sure. Probably could have rotated them all so they all look different, but who cares? Okay, now what I have to do is I have to highlight them all. And I have to select all 314 of my pies. And then I'm going to have to... Let's see. What is it? Animation? What? Oh wait, I think it's over here. Simulation. Object drop down. Animation. Bake action. For all of these. Yes. Please don't crash. I am absolutely starving. Okay, so all of them have it? Did it crash? So for some reason it liked it even less, but I think that's a good thing because what happens next is that all of these guys have the baked animation. So all I have to do is just I'm gonna think this is a good view. View, align, view, active camera to view. Let me zoom out just a bit. Yeah, that's good. I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this, and then I'm gonna finish it up. Let me see. Let me do it in portrait mode. So 1080 and 1920, so that I can post this on the TikToks and all that. I don't use TikTok. Okay, let me just choose a place to save it. The FPG video. Okay, I'm gonna render this on my own. So I'm probably gonna finish it off right now. So I hope you guys get some food. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'm literally famished. Famished is the opposite, isn't it? So I'm gonna go be famished. I'm gonna go eat something. So you guys have a fantastic day. I'm probably gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna see. I think Super Kim is on. I'll probably go and raid her real quick. I'm gonna take you guys with me. So that's it for today. So have a fantastic day. If you didn't join the Discord, join the Discord. I'm gonna try streaming again tomorrow. I'll probably play some more Replicube, and go from there. So have a good day, guys, and I'll catch you guys later, okay? So that's it. Goodbye. 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 This is my outro now. This is the one song that I didn't get to use yet, so go and enjoy it. So goodbye. Goodbye. Wake up. Goodbye.